HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. And welcome to this edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, we have the latest in Hiller sports, some amazing games this past week, plus much more. But first, here are the latest select board happenings. The Hopkinton Police Department recently had a couple of promotions.
Well, it's a momentous day to be here. I'm very grateful for the long-standing and continued commitment to the police department from the board and all the town departments. Many of you have met through the interview process, which Director Leverance coordinated and oversaw, and I'm very grateful to have the opportunity for you to consider the building out of your command staff now that the police department has been built out. And I believe the transition to 2 lieutenants fits with the workload, it fits with the assignments. It also recognizes that those 3 have been doing a lot of work above grade and really have dug in and committed to the department, as have many people in the department. But they're going to walk into their duties and basically assume a lot of duties that they've already been doing. So I'm grateful for the consideration. I brought them in. And Deputy, if I may ask the Deputy if he has any additional comments?
Please.
Good evening. So thank you again for having us. This is part of our forward thinking and moving forward with our department in creating essentially distinct roles between an operations and an admin lieutenant. Some of those roles for the admin is going to involve the accreditation process, supervision of detectives and SROs, a sex offender registry, and our SEMLEC liaison with the motorcycle SWAT, drone unit, K9. Operations is going to be mostly dealing with our patrol staff and increasing with their training and their development as they progress through their careers, helping with post and establishing all the required paperwork that's involved in that. Between the 2 of them, there's over 50 years of experience in Hopkinton, not only in law enforcement, a great wealth of knowledge between the 2 of them, and for a department that is growing leaps and bounds, I couldn't be more happy to have them at our side to assist us in developing our new officers.
Great, thank you. Jessica, you want to describe the process a little bit?
Sure. So the position was initially posted February 27th of 2024. The process played out, and Scott Van Ralton was promoted to the position of lieutenant from that process. And he had recently, December 18th, been promoted to deputy chief, leaving the lieutenant position open. We had established a list based on that process that included Matt McNeil and Aaron O'Neill as the other 2 individuals on the list. That list, as per the policy, is good for a year. And so that is why these 2 are now before you.
Okay, so that year covers from
the original.
Till now. Great, thank you. Anything else?
I believe that's it. They both performed beautifully in the process with the interview and the chief's assessment.
I may have missed this, Chief, but do you have a formal recommendation that you wanted to share with us?
I do. I request that the board consider and appoint Sergeant Aaron O'Neill and Sergeant Mac McNeil to the position of lieutenant within the police department.
Great, thank you.
I want to say I appreciate the opportunity to be in this position that I am right now. Over the past 2 years, I've had the opportunity of learning what the next step is in my career and have been trying to get as much knowledge as I can. As for leadership styles, I believe that you lead from the front, you lead by example, and you're there to mentor and help officers as they progress in their career.
Thank you. Same question.
Yeah, basically, I'm going to echo exactly what Aaron O'Neill just said. We've been kind of stepping up in our roles the last couple of years, and we're really looking forward to just moving forward. And now we got a full head of steam, and we've got the experience that we've just gained, excuse me, over the last 2 years. So, and my door's always open, and I think everybody knows that.
So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Or any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Are there any opposed? It is unanimous and so carries. Congratulations, gentlemen. Come on, Matt. Have these guys get a pin placed on their lapel. Do we have some cameras somewhere? There we go.
Hold on, we're going to do one at a time, just to get a good picture.
Good job.
Last week was an absolutely amazing week for Hiller Winter Sports. It consisted of buzzer beaters, overtime victories, and lots of action. Here are the latest highlights. On Monday, January 27th, Hopkinton Hiller boys hockey hosted Algonquin. It was a 2-2 game heading into the third period. Montague. Algonquin pursuing once again. Another shot. Puck is loose and it's put in. Algonquin just burying the Hillers with pressure right now. 1:13 left to go. Over to win. Pedroli. Shot in! And it's a score for the Hillers. Matt Pedroli. To the near side. Sent to the slot. And that shot turned away. Pedroli along the left wing, gets it down, sent across by Wynn, and hoping for the one-timer there was DaCosta. And now sent out in front of the net. In the high slot, and it's tied up! Matt Pedroli again! 5 minutes on the clock, and we are ready for overtime. A couple of late penalties by Algonquin, a 5-minute major for a blatant trip on Meschizin. And an additional 2-minute penalty. Hillers had a 2-man advantage, took advantage of that with a Pedroli goal. And they still remain on the power play. So it's a 4-on-3 situation right now. And we will play on. And we're going to have a penalty shot. It's going to be Jack Resnick on a penalty shot. Approaching, takes it, and it's a save by Robbins. Costa gets it over to Wynn. From the top of the circle, out in front, puck is loose. Battle for it. There's a shot by Pedroli, and the Hillers win! Matt Pedroli rings it in, and the Hopkinton Hillers overcome a 2-goal deficit with just over a minute left. Come all the way back and win it with 1:55 left to go in overtime. Unbelievable. Matt Pedroli scores both goals in the third period and the game winner in overtime to give the Hillers the come-from-behind 5-4 win. Hopkinton improves to 5-6-2. Algonquin falls to 5-5-2. On Tuesday, January 28th, Hiller boys basketball hosted Dover Sherborne. The Blue Raiders led the Hillers 51-49 heading into the fourth quarter.
3 attempts. Got it! Wow. Thomas Kearney with his first bucket of the second half.
Senior captain, that's big.
He has 16 points tonight.
Oh, that's a sweet move right there.
Nice move there, Marcinowski. Yes! James Marcinowski with another strong finish. Gets it over. 3 from the corner, and it's good. Julian Mariano.
Dover Sherborne outscores the Hillers in the fourth quarter 17-13 and take the 68-62 win. DS improves to 5-9. Hillers fall to 9-4. On Wednesday, January 29th, Hiller Wrestling battled Ashland in their annual Coaches vs. Cancer match. Here's a look. Ashland took the win 41-35 in a very close match. Also on Wednesday, January 29th, Hiller Swimming took on Ashland Holliston. Ashland Holliston took the win in a close meet. And to conclude the busy Wednesday night, Hiller girls hockey hosted Gloucester. Hillers led 2-1 heading into the third period.
Escaping with it, McPherson. There she comes. McPherson driving in, backhander, and count it! A beauty of a drive up the ice, and McPherson gets the job done. Another score for the Hillers at 11:52 left to go in the third period. Looking to work her way into Hiller territory as Ward. Here comes the Fisherman. There's a shot and it's in! Top shelf on that one. Stolen away. Hillers have it. McPherson putting on the moves. Approaching! Backhander! And it is going to be another score for the Hillers!
After the Hillers fall behind, Kelsey McPherson strikes for a pair and leads the Hillers to the 4-2 win. On Thursday, January 30th, Hiller Alpine Ski hit the slopes.
Time for number 117, Finney and Luton, 29.65. On the red course, number 817, Will Spinelli from Hopkinton. Time for number 530, Emily Paoloni, 41.33. On the blue course, number 918, Lily Dott from Algonquin.
Be sure to catch Hiller Alpine Ski, airing on HCAM Thursday evenings at 6:30 p.m. On Friday, January 31st, Hiller boys basketball hosted Norwood.
Willardson gets it over. King, and the pass out now to Dedejian, and he knocks down the three. The feed from Canales and Dedejian with the third Hiller three of the game. A 9-3 Hiller lead. Larkey gets it over. It's knocked away. Willardson, quick break. Off the window and in.
Hopkinton led Norwood 17-9 after the first quarter.
And a 10-point lead for the Hillers. 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Dearborn feeds it over to Dever. Launches a three. No good. Air ball, but the putback counted. In the right spot at the right time is Connell. Dedejian gets it over to Willardson. Willardson back out to Dedejian. Up top, King. Over to Dedejian, out to Patrice. Launches the three. Count it!
Both teams net 13 points apiece in the second quarter, and it's 30-22, Hillers leading at the half.
Feeding it up the near side, August. And a nice feed to Patrice, who has the finish. 7 points for Petit Frere. An 11-point lead for the Hillers. Along the wing, 3 attempts. No good there from Connell. Hillers have the rebound quickly into the offensive zone. Off the window goes Simulus.
Both teams go back and forth in the third quarter once again and score 10 points each. It was 40-32, Hillers leading heading into the fourth quarter.
The kick out, 3-ball. Yes! It's Simulus! What a clutch 3 that was. 8 seconds left. Driving in Dearborn for the tie. It's shot waved off. Norwood timeout. Senior trying to tie the game for the Mustangs. And he does. 2.7 seconds left. Hiller's going to have to take a buzzer beater. The pass, the shot, and it's done! Oh, wow! Mitch Simulus! Mitch Simulus buries it! And the Hillers are going to win! 54-51!
After an ice-cold start to the quarter, the Hillers do just enough to give Mitch Simulus the opportunity to air the game-winning 3, and he comes through in the clutch as the Hillers take the game 54-51. Hopkinton officially clinches a state tournament spot, improving to 10-4, while Norwood falls to 12-4. On Saturday, February 1st, Hiller girls hockey closed out the busy week hosting Ashland. It was a 1-0 Ashland lead heading into the third period.
Left to right across your screen. McPherson coming up the far side. Around the defender, takes a shot. Off the deflection. It's put in. Savannah Rivera. Voda into the circle. Leaves it out in front. And it's popped in. Well, a perfect setup by Ashland. And Ainsley Callahan has her second goal of the day. Take it out. 13 seconds. Puck squirts out in front of the net, into the right circle, and it's put in! Wow! Savannah Rivera! The puck was upright, just kind of floating towards the right circle. Rivera saw it, rushes over to it, and ties up the game with 8 seconds left. Unreal.
In the period, Ashland nets a pair while the Hillers net a goal, and it's 2-2, meaning this game is going to a 4-on-4 sudden death 5-minute overtime.
Can the Hillers get a buzzer beater? We shall find out. McPherson coming out with it. Sends it over. Back up to McPherson. McPherson gets it out. Sent across by Barroso. Jean with it now. Jean looking to approach. 5 seconds left. Takes a shot. Oh, wow! Lucy Jean rings it in, and the Hillers win. 3 seconds left.
Lucy Jean nets the game winner with 2.7 seconds left in overtime, and the Hillers take the come-from-behind win 3-2. Hopkinton moves to above 500 for the first time this season, improving to 7-6-1. Ashland falls to 2-9-3. It was an absolutely epic week of Hiller sports, lots of amazing comebacks, and last-second game-clinching wins. Hopkins School recently hosted the kindergarten lottery. They do this on an annual basis, a great tradition. Here's a look.
Good afternoon. I'm Shannon Overdahl, preschool director.
And I'm Kim Sullivan, preschool coordinator.
Today we're holding a lottery to determine admittance into the Hopkinton Integrated Preschool 3-year and 4-year-old programs. We have 91 applicants for 31 openings in our 3-year-old program and 72 applicants for 10 openings in our 4-year-old program. All families have been notified of their lottery numbers by the preschool coordinator, Kim Sullivan. We will fill these preschool openings via the lottery. Those offered a preschool slot via the lottery have 1 month to confirm their spot with a non-refundable deposit. This deposit serves as the first month's payment.
Applications received on February 2nd or after are not included in this lottery. Given the wait list, we encourage those families to seek alternate preschool plans. So how is this lottery going to work? We will be using the website random.org, and with the click of a mouse, we will generate a list of numbers randomly and produce this list in a single column format. We will start with the 3-year-old program. We have one set of twins that are assigned the same number in the 3-year-old lottery. Now I will announce what we are going to do as we do it. So we're going to www.random.org, go to sequence generator. In the sequence boundaries, we will type the number 1 in the smallest value box and the number 90 in the largest number value box. In the format column, we will fill in 1 so that the numbers will be in a single column format. We will click on Get Sequence, and the sequence of the numbers is as follows.
49, 26, 70, 6, 7, 82, 86, 5, 79, 12, 35, 87, 8, 64, 88, 56, 63, 59, 73, 61, 29, 2, 38, 42, 31, 45, 47, 52, 48, 89, 71.
That's it. Those are the top 31 numbers for the 3-year-old program. And now we're just going to save this document, save the list of numbers, and then we will get ready for our 4-year-old lottery. So now we'll go again to the random.org, and we will do the same for the 4-year-olds. We'll generate a list of numbers 1 through 72, and then go to sequence generator. In the sequence boundaries, we have the numbers 1 in the smallest value box and 72 in the largest value box. Single column format. We will click on Get Sequence, and here we go.
21, 2, 72, 57, 50, 27, 29, 54, 20, 41.
That's it. All right, those are the top numbers, and they will be offered a spot in our 4-year-old program. So now what happens after the lottery? No later than tomorrow, the numbers will be posted on the preschool website, and you will see all of the lottery numbers in a list. And I encourage all families who are below the 30 or 31 number cutoff for the 3s and below the 10 for the 4s to hang tight and be patient over the next week or two as families decline and accept spots. We thank you for your interest in our program and continued support of the preschool program.
Have a wonderful evening.
It's time to tell you about some happenings in town you should know about. TVL Sportsnet is back. For the winter season, we had our first episode last week. Our next episode will air on February 12th. Time to be announced. Be sure to tune in and stay up to date with the best league in the state, the Tri-Valley League. Some amazing games have taken place in recent weeks. A lot of Hopkinton Hiller action coming up this week. On Thursday, we have Alpine Ski. Friday, girls basketball senior night game versus Holliston at 6:30. And then a trifecta of Hiller events on Saturday. We have Hiller wrestling at 10 a.m., girls hockey at 2:30 p.m., and boys hockey at 6:30 p.m. To stay up to date with Hiller sports and check out our broadcast schedule, you can head over to hcam.tv. If the website remains under construction, you could feel free to check it out also on tvlsports.net. Our picture of the week, Hopkinton Hiller boys basketball battled Norwood last Friday, and the game ended with a tremendous buzzer beater 3 by Mitch Simulus. Here are all the fans and players standing for the national anthem of what would be a truly memorable game and perhaps one of the best in the Hiller boys basketball history. Upcoming town government meetings include on Monday, February 10th, we'll have the planning board meeting at 7 p.m. And on Tuesday, February 11th, we'll have the elementary school building committee airing at 6 p.m. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov, or for more information, head over to the town website at hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next week at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back every single Wednesday. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye, everybody. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's...
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
Bay Path may have outgrown its space, but not its mission. We need your help to build a new facility that matches our capabilities and dedication. Join us and help ensure we can continue to provide exceptional care and find loving homes for animals for years and years to come. Thank you.
This program is brought to you in part by tvlsports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams